Paris Fashion Week is here, and the city is bursting with celebrity looks, bold style moves, and a few fashion flops. So let's check out the front rows and see who wowed the crowd and who maybe missed the mark. Starting with Saint Laurent, Renée Zellweger kept it sleek and effortless in a sharp black suit paired with a sheer top. The loose tailoring gave her a relaxed, cool vibe, but the visible bra through the sheer layer is bound to spark opinions. Some will call it daring, others might think it underwhelming for Saint Laurent's usual polished edge. Meanwhile, Carla Bruni's look didn't quite land. The heavy fur coat over a mustard dress felt more thrift store gamble than fashion week moment. Honestly, from a supermodel of her caliber, we were expecting runway magic, not Sunday flea market. Then there's Catherine Deneuve, who brought her signature timeless elegance in an all-black ensemble. The sparkly sheer blouse added a nice touch of drama, but overall the look felt safe. Polished, yes, but nothing that really stood out. Of course, we can't forget the drama queens of the night, Linda Evangelista and Madonna. Linda showed up in an oversized faux fur coat with power boots that screamed boldness, while Madonna turned up the heat with moody leather and lace. Together, they broke through the sea of safe looks and gave Fashion Week the bold energy it needed. On the other hand, Hailey Bieber and Zoe Kravitz seemed to channel a just rolled out of bed vibe. Hailey in a windbreaker and lace shorts combo, Zoe in a khaki bomber jacket paired with a pale yellow slip skirt. Let's be honest, both looks had us doing a double take. And then there's Kate Moss, who delivered as always. At Saint Laurent, her blazer dress was modern, edgy, and perfectly in her lane. Over at Tom Ford, she opted for a glittering power suit that, while glamorous, leaned a little too safe compared to her Saint Laurent look. Pamela Anderson and Kylie Jenner also embraced minimalism at Tom Ford. Pamela in a classic strapless gown with a blazer, Kylie in a pared-back slip dress. Both look chic and polished, but a little too safe for a Tom Ford front row. Moving on to L'Oreal's Walk Your Worth show, and wow, this was a star-studded spectacle. Eva Longoria owned the runway in a sculpted black corset gown that hugged every curve, radiating confidence, polish, and pure Hollywood glamour. Gillian Anderson's metallic dress took a different approach, bold and striking, but the chain-like pattern gave more knight in shining armor energy than true runway allure. Then there was Heidi Klum, who brought classic bombshell energy, but that oversized silver detail looked less couture and more like she glued a Christmas ornament to her dress. Helen Mirren, on the other hand, delivered regal elegance in a shimmering knit top paired with tailored trousers, proving grace and sophistication never go out of style. And speaking of shine, Jane Fonda and Simone Ashley lit up the L'Oreal runway like silver and gold. Jane's molten metallic gown radiated star power, while Simone's golden fringe mini brought disco-level glamour. Together, they proved shine never goes out of style. Then we had Andie MacDowell and Viola Davis serving classic, timeless elegance in striking black gowns, powerful, graceful, and undeniably sophisticated. Finally, Kendall Jenner closed the L'Oreal show in a flowing white gown with a daring slit, delivering a finale that blended goddess-like grace with old Hollywood glamour. She completely owned that runway. Next up, Dior, and it brought a moment no one expected. After more than 30 years away from Paris Fashion Week, Johnny Depp made his big return. And let's just say he didn't come quietly. Rocker layers, messy, cool styling, and then a surprise moment alongside none other than Brigitte Macron. Yes, France's First Lady and the Hollywood rebel side by side, her sharp blazer and Dior combo clashing yet balancing with his laid-back style. Nobody expected this duo, and yet somehow it worked. Charlize Theron, on the other hand, went bold at Dior, pairing a shirtless look with an oversized leather jacket. While meant to be edgy, the mismatched proportions threw it off, leaving the outfit more disjointed than daring. Jennifer Lawrence played it cool, with not one but two Dior looks. The first featured a layered trench and vest, giving off that relaxed, borrowed from the boys energy. Then she switched to jeans and a turtleneck. Simple, sleek, but maybe too casual for Paris Fashion Week. Now, Jenna Ortega, she brought edge to Dior in a Kingsguard style vest paired with a frayed denim mini. It definitely had attitude, but here's the thing. The vest leaned a bit costumey and the raw hem didn't give the polished couture weak demands. Close, but not quite there. Anya Taylor-Joy, meanwhile, went all out in a houndstooth cape with a matching set. The sweeping look brought drama, elegance, and a touch of theater, a bold statement that turned heads and had everyone stopping to stare. And then there was Carla Bruni. She went classic chic, dark denim, a fur-trimmed coat, and statement shades. The look was timeless and effortless, but maybe a little too safe, especially for Dior's front row. Switching over to Louis Vuitton, both Emma Stone and Ana de Armas kept things simple. Emma in a cream knit dress and Ana in a monochrome sweater and shorts set with boots. Chic and polished, yes, but too understated for Fashion Week. Their looks didn't exactly impress, though fortunately they didn't disappoint either. Jennifer Connelly, meanwhile, went edgy in a leather jacket dress. It had attitude, but the bold boots clashed, and overall, the look just didn't deliver. Zendaya, though, took a swing, but maybe a little too hard. Her Louis Vuitton look was meant to dazzle, but the shiny fabric and fur-trimmed details made it feel more tinfoil Santa Claus than runway-ready couture. Lea Seydoux kept it elegant in a black Louis Vuitton mini with flared sleeves and boots. It was sleek and stylish, but again, I kind of wanted more drama from someone who usually owns the Paris runway. Next up, Helen Mirren showed up for Stella McCartney in a clean, sharp look. But here's the catch, it felt a little too businesslike. Less front row and more executive meeting. Naomi Watts followed it courageous with an all-black latex top ensemble and minimalist styling, aiming for sci-fi cool, though it ended up feeling more Matrix cosplay than couture. And then we had Laura Dern, who not only sat front row but also hit the runway at Gabriella Hearst. She arrived in a powder blue suit, polished and chic. But when she stepped out on the catwalk, that's when the real magic happened. Radiant, confident, and totally in her element. To be honest, I have to say I'm a little disappointed with what celebrities served this fall in Paris. Lots of safe choices and missed opportunities. So let's take a look back at March and see what they wore then. Maybe they were bolder, more daring, and truly unforgettable. First up, Natalie Portman, on the other hand, kept things classic in Dior. She arrived in a sleek black coat and knee-high boots, very Parisian, very sophisticated. But inside, she revealed a structured mini dress with Victorian lace details. It was elegant, yes, but not exactly groundbreaking. A refined take on Dior's heritage, though we wouldn't have minded a little more risk. Next, Cameron Diaz. She kept things cool and effortless at Stella McCartney. A draped red dress for drama, an oversized white coat for that nonchalant touch, and sleek red heels to tie it all together. Power dressing, but make it relaxed. Classic Cameron. Then, Carla Bruni reminded us why she's the definition of Parisian chic. She stepped into the Dîner du Louvre looking like she walked straight out of an old Hollywood film. Draped in vintage John Galliano, her black and white gown, covered in dramatic leaf appliques, was pure elegance. Standing against the glowing Louvre, she looked like a living work of art. And just when you thought the night couldn't get more glamorous, Gigi Hadid arrived, bringing a completely different kind of drama. Dressed in a shimmering Jeremy Scott number, she was serving luxury warrior princess. Think Joan of Arc, but if she got a last-minute invite to the Met Gala. Bold, daring, futuristic, and totally Gigi.